Hello, 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 and welcome. We are the Clodcast, and before we get this started, I'm sorry we are late. I was pretty sick, and I had shit to do. And we did record a lot of CPL and kind of recording block. Anyways, we're finally here with the final episode of the BTL Season 8 season.
I was also drunk a lot as well.
Yes, Roy was also drunk a lot. We are finally here with the two finals for one, the Violet tournament, and then the Scarlet finals as well. At the end, we're just gonna recap the season a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna start with the Violet tournament final, which was Aaron versus Smoliv. They played when before one of the Scarlet semifinals was even finished. So
They were just like, we're rushing this to get done. They wanted to prove a point. John Liv wanted to prove a point.
yeah. So then, let's get into this battle. We see Sandaconda brought in a final.
Don't hate it into well, actually, no, I don't. I don't hate it as a sort of answer to some things, but looking at Aaron's team, I'm not sure what it really does here.
I mean, Smolv could have brought a lot of other stuff. They could have brought the Iron Moth. They could have brought the Staraptor. Like, I don't know if Sandaconda was really the answer here.
Yeah, it dies to Cartana, it dies to Lele, it dies to Slowbro. Great Toss it might be able to deal with. Um,
Ice Spinner is
Blissey
there
doesn't
though.
really care. Yeah, Ice Bear's doing a lot to it as well. Glare support isn't even that good here, really, either, to be honest, with into a Blissey. Because I have no doubt Aaron might have actually brought like Heal Bow.
I feel like the only reason Sandaconda is here to stop Kilowatt from Volt Switch spamming, which didn't even come.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get into it. Lele
That's
lead
because it didn't actually
versus
look like good
Painted
here.
lead.
That is definitely max for death.
Oh,
Alright.
that's rough.
Oh, that's rough. Honestly, that's kind of. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, that's game changing because if you get that off, like that, Lele's crippled for the rest of the game. And now Aaron's going to see it coming the whole time as well.
Yeah. And it was easy for Aaron to switch into Blissey because it can just natural cure it off. Yep, exactly. And the Seneconda is not doing anything to slow, bro. Smolv also did not bring any removal unless it's Defog Volcanion.
Which isn't impossible, but then it needs boots as well.
Yeah.
And Katana just gets a free switch in every time this is in. Oh,
This Fire Fang is...
that's just rough.
It's rough, but Kartana probably would have lived, considering its physical bulk is actually very good.
Hmm.
I can do
I
the
think it'll do
cow.
like 60%. Yeah, just to see how much damage she does. It might be a 60%, to be fair. I'm probably underrating Sanaconda. Workup is wild. Yeah, okay, that doesn't work.
Okay, so max attack, Adamant had a 6% chance to kill the Kartana.
Okay. I will say as well, in if it got it in range, to be fair, it died to the Rocky Helmet after.
Yeah, true. Smolv, did you trade your luck
Smoliv,
with
did you
Ben's?
trade luck? This is when you were playing another match. I literally was like, "Did you give my child your luck?" Miss again as well, by the way.
Yeah, it is kind of rough. I mean, this Blissey is trapped in now, but Blissey also gets teleport, so I don't know if Fire Spin is like the best option, but I guess Aaron didn't bring it.
With no taunt, it was taunt. That's why
Oh yeah.
he taunted it, so that's what happened. Yeah,
Yeah, the Blissey's down now, so that's good, but considering
yeah,
the
it worked as
only
a.
the only other special attacker they brought is Gren.
I mean, Gren is probably their win con at this point.
It is definitely, yeah.
That was also a misclick by Aaron, apparently on one turn. Not sure which turn.
Did Smoliv not bring Dark Pulse? Why did
Yeah,
they?
this is kind of a weird set. They will
I,
work up, sir. Hop over the set again.
is Surf? Yes, they did have. Why did they not click Dark Pulse on Slowbro?
It must have been a prediction,
Yeah,
but I don't understand still because even Great Tusk is taking a shit ton from Dark Pulse.
yeah. And here, I get setting up with the Annihilate. It's taunt ball. You're not. I don't know. You probably don't fit rest on there, so this Annihilate is gonna go down sooner or later.
Yeah, I think Smolov at this point is getting desperate. Crit might have mattered, but Smolov kind of deserved it for their luck this game.
Yeah. Now the taunt against Skarmory comes out,
Oh,
and down goes
yeah,
Annihilate.
I
So
don't really know what the taunting achieved there, but okay. That's also why you bring Lumberry on that set.
yeah, here's the spin, getting rid of the Leech Seed, living the Power Whip. The Temper Flame probably does not kill though, right? Yeah, it doesn't.
No, but that's close enough.
Yeah. And now I think Lele just or Katana just wins.
Oh, Carp. Yeah, if especially if it's not like Scarf or anything like that, just
It's not
sweeps. Oh
Scarf.
yeah, no, definitely not Scarf.
It has Sword Stand, so yeah, Gren comes in, but even the Gren probably red card. Getting the
Yeah,
Gren
that
out,
seals
but it's
it.
gonna take damage again coming in. Mm-hmm. Heal blocked it, which is kind of nice. Stopping the roost.
Yeah, but I was just hoping they misplay there at that point and switch out because the Roost is just basically free. Because Grin also isn't. I think he only gets like one hit now.
Yep. There's the rocks. There's the spike.
Oh no, it just dies. Yeah, it
Yep.
just dies anyway. Honestly, Smoliv got very unlucky with I think the worst one was by far the Thunderwave miss turn one because that changed the game. Because then Lele is still in commission no matter what's in the back. Whereas if you paralyze it, it ain't as deadly as it normally is because you can always outspeed it.
Yeah.
And that just
And
Fire Fang misses. Actually, Fire Fang miss might have been rough depending on the set as well.
yeah, the Fire Fang miss does seem kind of rough in hindsight as well. Smalls definitely had good
It
prep,
really
but
depends.
the bad luck got to them
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, like I'll say this as well. It really does depend. Because obviously, if it's like a defensive, like standing contest set, then Katana probably would still be alive in end game anyway. But like, if it even was like one that put it in like the range of like 30%, it would have died to Rocky Helmet and then would have died to one other Iron Barb, for example. So it's a lot more easier to deal with. But the way the game played out, they just couldn't kill it. They just didn't. The chip ended up mattering quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of rough for Smoliv, but I'm not gonna sit here and say they did not deserve it considering the last time they played in a final.
That's harsh. So mean. You're not wrong, though.
Yeah. Anyway, Aaron is with that. Aaron officially is the Violet Division champion of Season 8 of BTL. Congrats to Aaron. And this season there was not a grand final, so me and Aaron did not play. We could have played, but I really did not want to prep again.
Yeah,
Neither did Ray.
can't blame
So
you for that.
yeah, me or Ray didn't want to prep again for a grand final. So
Yeah, that's totally fair.
which now brings us to me versus Ray for the Scarlet finals. Um, back in the finals again of BTL after missing playoffs last season. So hopefully this time it doesn't go the way the match against Smoliv went. So let's get into it. Callum did help with prep here, so and Sylveon Lead did seem like the safest possible lead because Sylveon Lead only really lost to Scizor Lead, and I didn't see
Yeah,
Scizor Lead coming into what I brought.
Yeah. And Tinglu with Heavy Slam's a nice break. Fucking hell.
Yeah, at that point I knew this was an rather offensive Tinglu, which he reveals weakness policy as well. I just go for quick attack to get the chip and get it into guaranteed Arcanine range. And Arcanine can just pick up the kill here.
Yeah. Which is a smart play to do because Sylveon is probably done at that point. I don't see anyone there you're getting off her like a wish in front of their entire team, except for Mesprit, and that's a maybe.
Yeah, and
House of Fun Tech.
And here the Callum set really comes into play. First of all, I toxic the Mesprit because I cannot one-shot it. And the Mesprit is something that does stop Thundy T a little bit. So getting a toxic off is definitely important here. A thing to mention as well, the turns this game took very long.
They were tanking for quite a while, which makes sense. It's a final. In a final, tanking does make sense. I actually don't hate that. Well, within reason.
Yeah, we needed like 30 minutes to reach turn 20 in this game. There was a lot of thinking from both sides, to be fair. It wasn't just one side. Although I did click faster than Ray most of the time. And yeah, now this Arcanine is pretty threatening into him. He cannot risk losing Mesprit early. So he goes into Gren, which this I think was this next turn is I think where Ray threw a little bit, because Ray was like, okay, maybe they don't have E-Speed.
Yeah.
Which I don't need. I don't need any other move than E-Speed. He did guess I was Morning Sun, perhaps, which also would have made sense. But E-Speed is just better to catch, to beat out priority from Valiant and Gren.
Yeah, and also as well, like you pretty much hit nearly everything with Fire Blast.
Yeah. And yeah, now the Gren goes down, and that is a much appreciated relief because my Gren switch in the Sylveon is gone, so I did have a massive problem there. But now the Gren is gone, I can play the game a lot more aggressively.
Yeah, and honestly, Gren going like that because Ray has on this season used that Gren to win games most of the time. So Gren going like that, I think that was honestly she just let Mesprit go down. I don't think Mesprit is really that vital here, to be honest.
Yeah, as we saw as well, I am choice specs Thundy, so even if this Mesprit was defensive towards the Thunderous, it still took a shit ton of damage. And since Gren
I would also
is since Gren and Tinglu are down, I'm like free to go ham with Thundy.
Or also as well, like you've got no punisher fault switches.
Yeah,
So as soon as you get rid of rocks, like that, you're fault switching for free.
Yeah, exactly. If I get rid of the rocks, I can volt switch freely, like all the time, which is amazing. On the Shaman turn as well, like I did predict the Earth Power from happening because it was the only thing that killed Arcanine from that range. So either they press Earth Power or Shaman dies. So I was free to go Thundy and then obviously Volt switch out, and now Thundy comes back in. Valiant now comes in, and I had to make. I was like, okay, I cannot switch anything in safely against the Valiant because I don't know if it's physical or special yet. This Fortress did take almost anything the Valiant did, but I was like, okay, I need to know if I can, like, getting chip on Fortress and then the Valiant switching out again. I cannot risk that happening too much, so I just decided, okay, all the Thunderous is good for the rest of the game. I sack it. I could have also sacked Arcanine, but I decided on Thunderous just because Arcanine can intimidate the Scissor later on.
Yeah. Also as well, that Healing Wish was that might why they kept the Mesprit, but honestly, you're probably better off sacking the Mesprit and keeping Greninja, or even just sacking someone else so Mesprit can get the healing. Oh, why did I forget what Healing Wish? Oh, did Baton Pass? Am I just dumb? I thought I saw Healing Wish as far as being.
No, it was Baton
Yeah,
Pass.
okay, it's Baton Pass.
Yeah, and
Okay,
here
I thought it Healing Wish.
And here I decided to get on more damage onto the Mesprit and sack Arcanine finally, because this Terra Fire can Gambit is in an amazing position. It is pressure, by the way. That was a prep mistake. I forgot to put on the Supreme Overload, which in the end didn't matter, so it was fine.
Mm.
And I get a free sword stance here. I live any one hit from the Shaman, so I can just go for this straight up Terra Blast, get rid of the Shaman, and now there's nothing really stopping this King Gambit. I decided to switch out just in case they press Toxic, because I'm Boots, I can come in again with Terrifier and not take 25%.
Mm.
I correctly predict the Toxic here. Fortress literally cannot be hit by this, except for Psychic, and Psychic doesn't do shit. I can freely Volt Switch again, back in the King Gambit.
And they can't bullet punch you because you resist it as well.
Yeah, here they go for the Toxic, and I just Terra Blast, because Terra Blast hits it kills the Mess, but it almost kills the Valley, it definitely kills the Scizor. The best thing they could have done is Toxic or Bullet Punch, and they did decide for the Toxic. They encore me here, which is interesting.
Which is
Predicting the Sucker Punch,
don't hate it.
I guess.
It's me.
It's Mark Flay, aka Roy. I live any hit from this, and I take it out with a.
Yeah, you knew that.
Yeah. Since I knew how much the Moonblast did early, I was very sure I can take. I was guaranteed to take a knockoff unless they press Sword Stance. And them revealing Encore as well was like, okay, there's no way they have Sword Stance, Moonblast, Encore, and knockoff. So, yeah.
It doesn't get work up, I don't think, so I don't think that's ever coming out as well.
Yeah. And at this point, Slowking just kills the Mesper because Mesper cannot do anything with Psychic or Toxic. And I win against Ray in the BTL finals.
So what we learned is for Ben to win in the finals, he needs me to counter out his bad luck.
Exactly. The Callum sets, the two Callum sets that were very important in this match. For one, obviously the Arcanine, which completely was created by Callum. I cannot take any credit for that. The rest of the sets I did think of similarly, except for the Sylveon and the Fortress spread. So I did get a lot of help here from Callum, who is just an amazing
also
player.
as well. I think you played very well here as well. You knew your win column. You identified it early, and I think that helped you set up the win.
Yeah, and it makes me very happy to win BTL this time after the last disaster in the finals, where Small hacks the shit out of me. So me winning and Smolov losing is very poetic in that sense.
Just basically, just hating on Swallow after you won.
Yeah, me and Smolov love hating each other. So, yeah. So, I would get a logo made for myself now since I won, but since I don't need a new logo, I have a beautiful one created by my girlfriend. So. Me and Ray trade it. I get an emote. He still gets the logo that he wanted. So that worked
Everyone
out
wins.
all well. And now then, for the quick little recap of the end of the season, let's get into the standings. How they looked at the end. We did have for Scarlet, Idadam in last place, Hamburger in 15th, Blazy at 14, Ryan at 13, Nate at 12, Denuse at 11, David at 10, Roy was 9th.
Hey, we take those.
Then me as the 8th seed won the whole thing. Kitamino lost versus Ray in the first round. Frogdog lost versus me in the first round. Zane 6th seed won against Rapid 3rd seed. And Jfuka lost to Embiid. Then I beat Embiid, the 5th seed. And Ray beat Zane, the 6th seed. And then I beat the 2nd seed in the finale. And for the Violet tournament, a lot of people did not participate. The end of season standings were Tiger in last place, then Iona in 9th, Andrew at 8th, Riptide at 7, Dolphin Wizard at 6, Copy Ninja at 5, Drew at 4, Smolif at 3, Sully at 2, and Aaron at 1. Aaron, first seed, also winning the division, so that was quite nice for him.
Basically, what happened is Sully knew that Aaron would beat his ass, so forfeited.
Exactly. Then we do have the end of season kill leaders with some playoff kills included. Although
I would just like to say I did ask Sully to include King Gambit kills, and he told me to fuck off.
Yep, King Gambit. I did tally him up. King Gambit ended with 20 kills, so not top kill leader, but third.
Mm.
So yeah, at the end of the season, Ray's Valiant is at 10th, Roy's Ogrepawn at 9th, Denuse's Iron Moth at 8th, Embiid's Zera Aura, the Fake Mon at 7, Rapid's Mega Mobile at 6, Rapid's Hoopa Unbound at 5, Ogrepawn Wellspring from Frogtech would be number 4, King Gambit at 3, Iron Boulder at 2, and Greninja is at number 1, even at the end of the season. And for Violet, we had Smolif's Mega Man Trick at 10, Ogrepawn Wellspring from Riptide at 9, Ogrepawn Regular from Sully at 8, Chiyu from Copy Ninja at 7, Dolphin Wizard's Palafin at 6, Iron Boulder from Sully at 5, Sneasler from Copy Ninja at 4, Great Tusk from Aaron at 3, the King Gambit from Sully at 2, and Dolphin Wizard's Glasgow's at number 1, but I don't think the stats of the tournament were included here, so this is just the regular season.
Yeah, I don't think he made anything on the dock for it, so I was just like, okay, we can't exclude them anyway.
Yeah. And yeah, that was basically it for BTL. Here is again the Scarlet playoffs tree. And my beautiful team winning with Terra King Gambit, my favorite Mon. So that double feels nice.
Yeah, I think you had a very good season, played well, and you deserved it in the final. You're the better player on the day.
Thank you. I also have Roy and the boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Clodzire on the team. So, but yeah,
You did it.
I did it. Yeah, finally. There's like looking back at some of the matches in the schedule, we did have amazing games this season. Close games, complete storms. We had everything under the sun this season. We had Roy choking a lot of matches that he should have probably gotten closer or won.
Yeah, there was a lot of that this season. Some of them I'm still pissed off about. If I'm honest.
Yeah, some disappointments, some some nice victories. Obviously, it was kind of disappointing that the Violet season ended so abruptly, but there's nothing we can really do about it since it was out of our hands and so many players were inactive and not scheduling properly, and a lot of players did drop. Hopefully, next season it gets better again for this second division.
Yeah, I think also as well, just bad time. I think Sully was actually happy, was willing to play, but then just life actually just came and fucked him over a bit.
Yeah, that generally happens for Sully though. I did say we were gonna get some maybe get some updates on when the next season is gonna release. We don't have anything because we don't know. Because Sully basically said, "Okay, Roy, do you do it?"
And I don't actually know when the next is going to be because I'm fucking busy myself. So
So
I have no idea when I'm going to be free, like to run a season.
so basically, I'm taking over as long as those two are busy. Even though I'm not even an
Like,
official
I'll
mod.
I'll still mod and stuff. It's just more like running and planning when the season's going to take place. I'll probably wait until PBL's nearly finished. CPL's nearly finished for a season, and then I've got time because I was gonna do more Pico Madness off season, like Little Cup, but I was just like, I mentioned Dav in private. I was like, no, I need to have some breaks from Mons them, and I've got too much going on at the moment.
Yeah. One thing me and Roy will plan though for you guys is an off season, so you have something to do. Because an off
Great.
season is a lot easier to plan than a full season. And whenever Sully feels is better on time again, and Roy's better on time, the regular season will continue. As mentioned, probably after CPL is done, which you can watch the power rankings week 1 and week 2 of CPL already on the channel if you want to. But yeah, this is basically it for all of BTL Season 8. In the coming days, me and Roy will update you on if an off season, what type of off season you can vote for, and whenever we feel like it, we will inform you on when the next season will start.
Yeah. When we can be bothered to tell you guys,
Yeah, exactly.
we'll stop pinging. We'll stop pinging people like randomly, and then one day announce it.
Yeah. Anyway, we're ending this video on this beautiful picture screen here with me as a champion. I hope you all had fun on BTL Season 8. Whenever Season 8 is coming, I hope you guys join again, and hopefully we have an active Violet season and maybe a third division, but that is probably not gonna happen considering how many apps were last time, but we never know. Anyways, information on the off season will come maybe this week, maybe next week. Just stay informed, and we will see you guys next season. Any things you wanna say at the end of the season, Roy?
No, I just want to. I think it's been a fun season. Some pretty teams. I will say this: next season, I do plan on not choking and either just failing horribly or making playoffs.
Yeah, and probably a lot of Terramons are gonna not be allowed to Terra anymore next season. Rip my glorious
I,
King Gambit.
I look, total shoot. I feel like we made a mistake, basically allowing high tier Terra. We got voted into it, but we did not do any fucking work to make it proper high tier Terra. So we are probably going closer back to a CPL method, or
Um,
we'd have to completely re-tier.
I mean, some high tier Terras might stay, but if that happens, when that happens, you will be informed before the next season starts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And with that, we will send you off into the off season. Until next time. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.